joining us here on SportsRadio610.com. As we do every Friday, we have our three Texans on the spot for Sunday's game against the Cowboys. Guy at the top of my list is the guy replacing Dwayne Brown, and as the starting left tackle, Rashad Butler. Never started an NFL game before, and he's on the spot this Sunday with DeMarcus Ware trying to knock Matt Schaub's block off.
All right, before I begin listing my three on the spot, let me just say for the record, the Cowboys suck, and I really hope they lose on Sunday. But as far as Texans on the spot are concerned, I'm going to start with Arian Foster, not because he's been very productive as a running back and receiver out of the backfield in the first two games, but because I think the Cowboys are going to bring everything they have to get after Matt Schaub. They can smell blood in the water with Rashad Butler starting at left tackle and Dwayne Brown out. They're coming after Schaub, which I think means Arian Foster has to have his best game as a pro in pass protection. So Arian Foster's at the top of my list.
Next on my list is Kareem Jackson, the rookie cornerback who was having trouble against the Redskins. It's not going to get any easier with Miles Austin, Dez Bryant, Roy Williams coming in. Kareem Jackson's got to get better defensively if the Texans are going to be able to keep the Cowboys from just scoring at will.
Number two on my list is a guy who we could probably name every week for Texans on the spot because he's a tone setter. He's made game-defining plays in each of the first 2 weeks. It's Bernard Pollard. That secondary's been getting torched. I want to see a few message-delivering hits in that secondary from Bernard Pollard to keep those Cowboys receivers on their heels. And I want to see Bernard Pollard make an impact defending Jason Witten at tight end. So BP's number two on my list.
Last of my three Texans on the spot, Chris Myers, the center. He's going up against one of the best nose tackles in the league. Jay Ratliff, a guy who's had more than 13 sacks over the last 2 years, went to a Pro Bowl. He is a stud. Chris Myers is not going to get the help he usually does because they're going to need to help out Rashad Butler out there on the left side. Chris Myers has got to have a good game for the Texans to beat the Cowboys.
Number three for me is Jacoby Jones. The guy is a big play waiting to happen every time he touches the football. Obviously, as a return man, he can really impact the outcome of the game. But I also think with Andre Johnson out there to test an ankle he injured just last week, that he may not be the Superman he normally is, and if not, that could mean some opportunities and a real chance for Jacoby Jones to impact the outcome of this game, not only as a return man, but as a receiver as well. Before we wrap up, you think the Texans are going to win. What's the score?
31-30. Close game, but the Texans pull it out.
Please, God, make me wrong, but I'm taking the Cowboys 35-33.
You'll hear the game right here on Sports Radio 610. Our coverage starts at 9 a.m. with the Capital One Bank countdown to kickoff.